Hey, child of God who worship Jesus. So I was just thinking about my past, and some things you don't realize how you start to mature in Christ until you sit back and you look back on it. And one of the things that I had to think about was when I was young, my parents literally used to have to wake me up to go to church, and I used to be like, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. I was forced to go to church back then. When I became a teenager, I started to go to church for a boy. It wasn't to go worship God. It was pretty much to worship a boy. And I was just like, going to my little teenage stage. And then I got older. I didn't have to go to church if I didn't want to anymore, or because my parents wanted me to. I had my own place, so I had my own rules. And then I started going to church. Like, my friend would invite me to go to church, and I would go, and I'll be like, hey, girl, you going to church? Okay, let's go. It was let me go with my friends. If my friend's not going, I'm not going. But then maturity, again, I'm growing. There were stages to it. Now I no longer needed my friends to go to church. I no longer depend on my friends to go to church. If they didn't want to go, it was like, okay, bye, deuce. I'm still going. I was going. When you no longer need your friends to go to church, when you no longer need your friend sitting beside you to worship God, to give him all the praise, when you no longer need your friend to clap your hand and do that dance in church, baby, maturity, honey, maturity. For you was a baby and you did not know him, but now that you know him, you are being transformed, you are being used. Allow God to use you. Allow God to transform you. Do not let anybody talk about your past and make you change your mind about God, because God is using you. Sometimes it takes those baby steps. Come as you are, but you will not stay as you are. Trust that. Trust that. That was a word for you, just as it was a word for me. And it might be a word for somebody else. So don't forget to share. And don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye, child of God who worship Jesus.